Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
More and more women don't want to stay at home and keep house now.
This is the result of women's liberation.
Now, many people think that women's liberation is a kind of civilization, but children are getting less love from their mother because of that. What is your opinion?
I have no idea.
Her ex-boyfriend was terrible, but this new one is even worse.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
I heard that Kevin got divorced. Is that true?
Not so bad, but Kevin does have problems with his wife.
What?
His wife always complained that Kevin's salary was too low and got no promotion.
Poor Kevin, we should do something for him. He is a nice guy and does his job well.
Yeah, I agree with you. But you know, it's just one of those things. What was the biggest turning point in your life?
I would say that would be moving out of my parents' house for the first time.
Really? Why is that?
Till I moved out of my parents' home, I became a lot more independent.
What would you say was the lowest point in your life?
That would definitely be getting a divorce.
What went wrong?
We just weren't right for each other.
How long were you married?
The marriage only lasted about a year.
Have you remarried since then?
Yes, I got married to a man that I met shortly after I divorced my first husband.
Do you think you'll ever get a divorce again?
Oh, I hope not. My first marriage was a mistake, but this one isn't.
How long have you been married?
About 15 years now.
Do you think you'll still love him when he is old and gray?
I think so. Hopefully we'll have a long and a happy life together.
I'm sure you will.
The new computer software is driving me crazy. I really need a break.
I know what you mean, Carol. I've had nothing but trouble with it. They say it's supposed to be easy.
That's what I've heard, but as far as I'm concerned, it takes a genius to figure it out. Can you pass the sugar, please?
Sure. Why don't you sit down for a minute? You haven't taken a rest all morning. You went out on a date last night, didn't you?
Yes, I did, but Linda stood me up. She didn't keep the date for the first time.
How come?
I don't know.
Why don't you phone her for a date again?
I did phone her this morning, but she hung up on me. I think she is going to walk out on me.
Don't jump to conclusions. Look at the bright side. Try to make another date again.
I will. Thanks for your advice.
Okay, let's look at our short presentation on China. What do we need to include?
We need to talk about the size of the country and its population.
Okay, China is about the same size as Canada and the United States, and it has a population of about 1.3 billion, making it the latest country in the world by population.
It says here that most of the people are Han Chinese, but there are 55 minorities that make up almost 10% of the population.
We need to say something about the geography and climate of China. Is there any way to divide the country into sections?
We could divide into 5 parts. There's the northeast, which is mild in summer and very cold in winter. Then there is the northwest, which is largely desert. Tillit is famous for its mountainous climate. The rest of the country can be roughly divided into two parts. One is temperate mild in winter and warm in summer. Then, in the south it is hot most of the year.
That sounds very general.
It is. But remember that we only have a few minutes to make our presentation. We can select cities from each part and give data for each one.
One from each part? Lhasa, Urumqi, Harbin, Shanghai, and Hong Kong. The capital city is Beijing, right?
Yes. The other large cities are Chengdu, Dalian, Wuhan, Tianjin, Shenyang, Chongqing, Hong Kong and Guangzhou.
We should take a large map and highlight those cities. What is each of them famous for? Write down your name here in ink.
But I don't have a pen with me. May I use a pencil?
I'm afraid a pencil won't do. Wait a moment, I'll find you one. He's only interested in harassing you. How can he expect us to have so much time to waste?
I almost want to send him a virus to shut his stupid computer down.
As obnoxious as Bean is, we should still try to finish this case.
True. Well, do you have any forwards for me to send him?
Yeah, remember that one about putting light bulbs in your mouth? It's one of the highlights of the match.
What?
The wonderful passing Melina did.
Too bad I missed it.
It's wonderful to be in the mountains after a hustle-bustle week.
Indeed. I love the smell of the grass and trees. They certainly refresh my mind.
Can we stop here for a while? My backpack is very heavy.
Sure. Did you hear anything? Look. An eagle is hovering in the sky.
Let me see. It's not an eagle. I think it's a vulture.
Yes. Will it hurt us?
I don't think so. Let's walk by the stream. I am sure we can find the waterfall on the map.
Okay. I have a good pair of hiking boots. It should not be a big problem.
I also brought a bottle of water and some provisions. If you are hungry, you can let me know.
You are kind. Look, there is a big tree over there. It looks like a 1,000-year-old tree.
Well, it is a birch tree. It is not as old as you think.
How do you know?
Because its trunk is not thick enough to be like a 1,000-year-old tree. What shall we do after the volleyball match?
How about going to the Olympic souvenir store to have a look? I remember there is one in the gym.
That's a good idea. I was thinking of buying some gifts for my family.
Me, too. What did you have in mind?
I haven't decided yet, but I think the Olympic mascots are a must.
I agree. They're very lovely, especially Wan Wan.
Is that the red one? That is my favorite, too. Do you know how much they are?
The 5 dolls are sold together as a set, and they're priced according to the size. The bigger they are, the more expensive.
Oh, I see. If I buy more than a set, can I get any discount?
I don't think so. All the souvenirs of the Olympic Games are very hot right now.
Any other ideas?
There are lots of things, such as postcards, keychains, posters, and various arts and crafts.
It all sounds great. We can go there after the match. I can't wait to see what they have.
Hey, John. Nice car.
Thanks. I finally got rid of that old Nissan that got me through college.
What is this, the new Ford?
No, it's last year's model.
True. How much did you pay?
$14,500. It only has 10,000 miles on it, so it's like a new car.
Does that mean you're not going to take the train to work anymore?
Well, sometimes, I think it'll be nice to drive to work instead. We'll see. Want to go for a ride?
Yeah, sure.
Come on.
Following our free educational materials, you learn English in a great way with ease and efficiency.